I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. A few minutes no score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
Welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel and to all of our viewers across the USA. What a game we have for you tonight as the recently crowned championship winners, London Lions, take on third place, the Caledonia Gladiators. The Play Sport Arena in East Kilbride is a fortress. In the championship, the men from Scotland have only lost 4 times here, and they will be relishing testing themselves against the very best in the league. Calling this one is Tahir Hajat. He's alongside the Surrey Scorchers head coach, Lloyd Gardner.
Thank you, Todd, and welcome to Scotland for this top-of-the-table clash. Caledonia have the second best home record in the league this season with 10 wins out of 14. As the run into the playoff begins to heat up, they are looking to chase down second-place Cheshire Phoenix to improve their seedings for the postseason. Gareth Murray's men produced a much-needed win last week against Manchester Giants, but tonight's opposition may pose a sterner test. The London Lions are the newly crowned championship winners, and they are on a 13-game winning streak in the league and had a huge victory in Europe midweek. They also have the best away record in the league by far. They've only lost once in the league away from the Copper Box. However, Petr Bozic will be reminding his men that the Caledonia Gladiators beat the Lions in early December. British Basketball League Championship action. The Caledonia Gladiators welcome the league champions, the London Lions. Tip-off at 7:45 p.m. My name is Tahir Hajat, joined alongside the head coach of the Surrey Scorchers. Climbing the table is Mr. Lloyd Gardner. And let me tell you, the Surrey Scorchers are in fine form, and Coach Gardner has got them playing ball. Cool, calm and collected before and after games, but during the game, focus, concentration, check out the face. He's ready to go at any given time. His team be firing it up from behind the arc, and once again, this is one of their best records in many years of the franchise's history. Coach Lloyd Gardner is going to be providing you with all of the insight ahead of today's game, and here he is joining me. Lloyd, great VT, we're hyping you up, man. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for the game. Obviously, you know, disappointing game for us last night, so a little of a come down after that. But yeah, looking forward to what should be a good game today. Well,
look, it's going to be a tough night for the Caledonia Gladiators as well. They've got some players missing this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of big guys out, Fario Aliodzic, Patrick Whelan. We see they're 2 important pieces for this Caledonia team. Without them on the floor, do they have the strength and depth to be able to compete with the London team that we know is as deep as anybody in the British Basketball League?
Well, talk about deep. They're resting players tonight based on their European success. No Decker, no Nelson, no Nwaba, no Udeng, but they're still incredibly tough.
Oh, I mean, this is still the most talented team in the league. That's the riches that the Lions have, and you know, all credit to the way they've been able to rotate players and keep everybody fresh. So even with the league championships sort of tied up, I think this is still an important game for London. They'll want to keep some momentum. They'll also want to be the team that they know has defeated them once this season, because that psychological aspect going into the playoffs that we're heading towards is important. You know, these 2 teams may face off again come championship game in the O2 Arena.
Well, look, the Caledonia Gladiators have lost 3 of their last 5, and if you look at the league standings, it's the teams around them. Cheshire Phoenix, Leicester Riders, and Newcastle Eagles, who they will play on Sunday, are the teams that defeated them in those past 5 games.
Yeah, it's an interesting time for Caledonia. We said Fario Aliodzic out today, Bean out. You know, traditionally they're a team that uses their inside players a lot. Now we see the addition of Quade Green, and now the kind of emphasis shifted to the backcourt a lot more. So they're kind of developing through that, playing the way, and as we said recently, couple of games haven't gone their way. What a great opportunity it is, though, to get back on track facing off against London.
Well, let's take a quick look at the fixtures coming up. Of course, last night, Sheffield Sharks were the victors, but Newcastle, they're in action. live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. I know you'll be flicking between the two. Caledonia Gladiators vs Lions tips off at 7:45. Of course, we've got viewers from North America watching too. Dan Routledge, Anthony Rowe, they're on the call for that game where the Newcastle Eagles are in the lead 7-0. On Saturday, Cheshire Phoenix take on the Plymouth City Patriots, and we also got a double header on Sunday. Here's the live shots though from the Virtu Motors Arena, packed to the rafters as always. But look, it's going to be packed to the rafters here also in East Kilbride. Ahead of this one, Caledonia taking on the London Lions for the last time in league action. Make sure you join us right after the break. Welcome back, British Basketball League Championship action. The Caledonia Gladiators taking on the London Lions. Well, we've got to dig deep into some player analysis with Coach Lloyd Garner by my side. Let's take a look at the Caledonia Gladiators' new addition, Quade Green.
Yeah, what an addition he has been. Last two games out for Quade Green, 25 against Manchester, 31 against Cheshire, as well as the assists as well. Really has become a focal point of the Caledonia offense. As we said, it's gone from kind of that inside power of Ali Hodzic. Now, no doubt, Quade Green is the #1 facilitator for this Caledonia team.
Well, he's pushed Mike Bothwell into the 2 spot, so can we expect more from this man tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Mike Bothwell is a guy who naturally played the 2 at Furman College a lot through his university days, and looks a lot more comfortable with having that secondary playmaker, Quade Green next to him as well. But Bothwell, 9 points a game, but the big thing for him is 7 of his last 8 he scored double figures. Last time he didn't reach double figures, it was against the London Lions. Just 3 points for him, 1 of 5 shooting. Disappointing night for Mike Bothwell there. So I think there'll be a bit of motivation in his head about today's game.
Well, let's look at the opposition then. Mo Solowade, defensive monster.
Yeah, Mo Solowade, we highlighted him. He hasn't actually played a BBL championship game since the 10th of November. Played a couple of trophy games, but it's been in and out with injury. He is the primary on-ball defender for the London Lions. So he will be called into action to guard that backcourt of Quade Green and Bothwell today. And also, this is the opportunity London have to be able to get minutes into Mo Solowade when they have those important European games. So even though this means nothing for their championship standings, it's an important game for rhythm.
A lion prowling in the paint is Gabe Olasheni.
Yeah, and then for Gabe, you know, he is Mr. Consistency for this London team. Leads the league in two-point percentage for a reason, you know, so difficult to stop. Plays limited minutes, goes back and forth with Josh Sharma for Caledonia. You know, how are they going to slow him down? Clifton Moore's got a big work to do today without his partner in crime, Ali Hodzic, being there. Can they slow down Gabe Olasheni?
Well, two coaches who'll be looking to ensure that they command their team to victory have dealt with European campaigns as well. One still in Europe, one knocked out earlier on this season. Petar Bozic is looking to lead his troops into battle once again. It's time to look at tonight's starting five, starting with the home team, the Caledonia Gladiators. This is how they will line up. They have a very short roster. Princeton Onwas, Clifton Moore Jr., Lucas Paliza, Mike Bothwell, and Quade Green will start. But look at the bench. Kyle Johnson, Fraser Malkin, Oscar Baldwin, and young Starlet Sweeney on the bench for the Caledonia Gladiators. When we look at the London Lions, they are stacked. They rest Decker. They rest Nelson. They also rest Uday alongside one other player as well. Olasheni, Philip, Grantham, Matthew Morgan, Solowade. And just look at the bench. They are so deep, Lloyd.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an incredible team the London Lions have got. You look at the starting five for Caledonia. They don't really have drop-off with the starting five, but as you mentioned, it's the bench. You know, a lot of pressure on Fraser Malcolm, a lot of pressure on Kyle Johnson to come in and give their team a lift. Can they stick with London for 40 minutes? That's the key.
Well, let's find out what the coaches had to say ahead of today's game.
It's always exciting Friday night games, full crowd, playing against London. We've got a few injuries ourselves right now. I know they've already won the league, so we'll see how this matchup goes tonight.
We are looking forward to every opportunity to play, get better. So tonight it's going to be definitely challenging. Full respect to team of Gladiators, very athletic team. Have new addition to a team who play well, so definitely great game and great challenge for us tonight.
Quade Green made a great impact since coming in. Your thoughts on how he can have a chance at the Lions this evening?
Yeah, for sure. I thought he's come in. He's done well in the pick and roll. He's shared the basketball when he needs to. He's scored when he needs to. He's a constant threat on the court. So I thought he's came in and fit to the group pretty well. Again tonight, can we put the ball in his hands? Can we make him make plays for us and find open shooters and find our guys on the roll?
I mean, we always try to start from on our defensive end to try to control as much as possible. So keep building on all the little details that we've been working throughout the season. Offensively, as a bonus of after good defense, we allow a little free play in the early offense and with a good pace. So hopefully we're gonna keep doing the same things tonight like we did before.
Well, sold out crowd in East Kilbride. The amphitheatre, the home of this one, the London Lions, have brought out all of the home fans to see if they can defend their home court once again. Coach Bozic there talked about free play. Just talking about the talent of their team, they can afford to do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting dynamic watching the London team. You know, for Caledonia, I think they've got to score today because this is a London team that's so hard to slow them down. You're not going to get them into the 50s or 60s, so you've got to get to the 70s or the 80s or you've got no chance of beating London. So that's going to be the key for me for today. Can Caledonia score at the same pace as this London team?
Well, tip-off is just around the corner. You don't want to miss this one live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel and across North America. Gladiators versus Lions right after the break. we go. Your officials in situ: Ian McDonald, Stephen Ferris, and Paul Unsworth will be commanding the rulebook this evening. Coach Gareth Murray. Look at that coaching board there, Lloyd Garner. I hope you can make sense of that one.
That's a true coach's board. A lot of squiggles all over it.
Yeah, believe it or not, it does make a lot of sense. Each of those different types of lines, it refers to a certain action, a certain maneuver. And if you get down to your local basketball club, you can start your journey on learning about that, or you can listen to Coach Lloyd Garner throughout the broadcast today. I'm sure I'll put him in a position where we're in timeout to talk about it. Coach Petr Bozic there, handshakes, sportsmanship being done and dusted, but as soon as that ball goes up, it is showtime between the Caledonia Gladiators and the London Lions, live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel and in North America. So wherever you're joining from all around the world, welcome. My name is Tahir Hajar, I'm your commentator, and as mentioned, joined alongside the head coach of the Surrey Scorchers, Lloyd Garner. Just before we get this game underway, we'll be having a little ceremonial tip with one of the supporters of the Caledonia Gladiators. We had one also last week in Leicester, where the Lord Lieutenant did the same thing. The ball goes up, so don't worry if it's a little bit of a skew-if tip-off here. It just goes up, and we'll get the official tip-off. You can see the referee practicing there, making sure he can match the throw of the sponsor ahead of this game. The starting lineups we spoke to you about before. Caledonia Gladiators are short-handed, but they'll start with Green, Bothwell, Onwas, Clifton Moore Jr. and Poliza. The Lions start with Olasheni, Solowade, Phillip, Matthew Morgan and Dante Grantham, as that is tipped out of play by Clifton Moore Jr. and the London Lions will have the first possession of the game. Any particular strategy for tip-off that you have in games, Lloyd?
No, not really. You know, obviously a lot of the jump ball's been taken out. I'm just interested looking at the original matchups here. Looks like Quade Green's going to guard Matt Morgan, the leading, British Basketball League leading scorer. So that could be an entertaining battle if those two are going to match up against each other throughout here today.
I also like that matchup between Bothwell and Phillip, both facilitators of the game and do the little things well, as Grantham trying to find a post-entry pass into Olasheni, but out to Phillip. Grantham, ball rotation, Solowade. Shot doesn't go, Olasheni comes up with the big offensive ball and foul is called.
Well, we said this is, the starting unit for Caledonia, it's not really a drop-off for them with the injuries, but if they get into foul trouble, especially that inside rotation is going to kill them. So Clifton Moore kind of got caught on a screen. He ended up switching. That meant he was out of position on the boards, and that's why he then commits the foul against Olasheni.
Game Olasheni is on the free throw line for the Lions now. His stat line this season in the British Basketball League won't raise too many eyebrows. He's super consistent with what he does. 12.2 points per game and 5.3 rebounds. But in Europe, it's a completely different beast.
Yeah, but it's one of the reasons you can't just look at the statistics as well. His impact on the game, just in so many levels, really is one of the best players in the league.
All-Star caliber, March 17th. Make sure you don't miss it. We'll be talking a little bit more about the All-Star game later, and that's a beautiful way to split the defenders. 3-ball goes up, and a rebound for Phillip.
Good first offense for Caledonia, though. Get a good, clean look.
Grantham skipping it out. Matthew Morgan catch and shoot. Onwas with the boards. Green, quick to get the ball out of his hands as Poliza fades away. And Bothwell works off the ball to get the ball into Clifton Moore Jr.'s hands, but another missed shot.
Yeah, Clifton Moore, that's his range, though. He's a big that can, he's athletic, finishes on the inside, does have that jump shot, though.
There's a stalemate here early on. There's Green. Guarded by Solowade, who wants to put the pressure on early. We saw in that play before how quickly Green looks to find his teammates, right, Lloyd?
Yeah, he's just an excellent facilitator. We mentioned, he is a scorer. The outside shooting for him, really high level, but he's so unselfish as well. Watch out, and they get a sneaky, easy one in transition.
Tariq Phillip, smart play there, execution, didn't worry about the defender. London up by 4 early on here as the Caledonia Gladiators fans, they stand until their team gets their first bucket of the game. Clifton Moore Jr. fades away and they'll stand a little longer. Here's Matthew Morgan turning on the burners. Euro step in, Matthew Morgan, and a beautiful finish at the rim.
And this is where we said you've got to score with London. You get the ball under the basket. It was a switch as well. You've got to finish, because if you don't, you've barely even got a chance to turn and run, and Matt Morgan's laying it up at the other end.
Here is Bothwell. Screen comes from Onlas, then Moore Jr. Olasheni's switched out and recovered. Green for three, and there is the first bucket of the game for Green and the Caledonia Gladiators.
And the fans applaud just so they can sit down, I think. So nearly 3 minutes of standing, but again, we're going to talk about Quade Green a lot. You can already see the influence he has offensively for his team, because he's, you know, made the shot here, but he's also given 2 or 3 wide open shots to teammates in the first couple of minutes. The only positive for Caledonia, you know, getting those easy ones does get you in the rhythm, even if you don't make them early.
London Lions have the inbound possession, and Grantham's going to go to work here on Onwas. Opts to move the ball to Salawade, and a foul is called on the floor. Swiping down onto the arm was the number 21, Clifton Moore Jr.
They're second already.
No, I think he is okay in this occasion. It's his first, I believe.
Yeah, Onwas and Green have already got one.
Grantham, elbow. No good, rebound for Bothwell. Salawade slowing down the offense once again. Bothwell. More rotation. Inside the post now, Clifton Moore Jr. hits the wall of Olasheni. Gets the shot up though. He didn't get the footwork correct to the position that he'd like to, and that was the off-balance shot, but Olasheni there doing enough for the official to call a foul here.
Yeah, I think it's right call. He turned, didn't give him the space, you know, but Clifton Moore likes to shoot jump shots a lot there. You know, likes to turn and face when he's shooting. I think the foul kind of affected that on him. Also the strength of Olasheni to hold his position a little bit further out than Moore wanted to get. But that's what we see. You know, he's a great player, Clifton Moore, on the low post. We've already seen him take the jump shot. Excellent roll man, good athlete, getting up and down the floor as well. And without Farouk Alihodzic, you know, it increases the role and his influence on the team. He's not sharing the minutes. You know, it's a lot more for him to do, because he's out on the floor for longer.
Clifton Moore Jr. averaging 10 points per game this season. Double digits on average for the big man in Caledonia. Olasheni comes up with the offensive board, misses the second shot. Green. Screen comes again for Clifton Moore Jr. Green's going to find room for the three though, and Olasheni cleans up the boards.
He's shot the ball really well in his first few championship games in the British Basketball League, Quade Green. So I'm not sure percentage-wise he's missed those opening 2, or he's made 1 from 3. That's a good tactic, giving him good clean looks.
Bothwell. One downhill, skip to the corner. Paliza. That's someone you can't get clean looks to.
No, absolutely. So we have the top 3 three-point shooters by percentage on the floor in this game right now in the entire league. So expect some threes. That's a man, as you said, Paliza, who can make a lot of them.
And that will be Princeton Onwas's second personal foul. So we're going to see the bench come into use here early for the Caledonia Gladiators. Here's that pass, catch and shoot. One of the best catch and shoot makers in the league, Paliza. He's got those long arms, long body, shoots over the defender as well.
Yeah, as we said, you know, it's a game full of great shooters. Paliza, Grantham and Matt Morgan are the 3 top by percentage in the league, and you can see why, as you said, you know, Paliza's got the long frame, he's got good size, excellent quick release.
Kareem Quealy has checked into the game, Mo Salawade to the bench.
This is the problem for Caledonia now. Fraser Malcolm comes in, he'll play the 4, which offensively no problem at all, but you know, against the size of London is a really difficult ask for him on the defensive end.
Here is Paliza again. Threatened to shoot the short shot inside. Opts to move the ball. Green to the crossover, all the way to the bucket, and misses the layup at the rim. London bursting out in transition. The pass is tipped away. Great transition defense from the Caledonia Gladiators, and that's out of bounds. It's turned over.
Oh, that's frustrating for Caledonia. You know, they've managed to get back in transition, and you've got to take these opportunities against London. You're not going to get many of them. You need to play a good game. Like I said, you know, the right idea from Fraser Malcolm, just a poor pass.
Josh Sharma now checking in. It's an interesting matchup between Clifton Moore Jr. and Sharma, both athletic, both incredibly long wingspans as well.
This is the depth of London. You know, they go to the bench at the 4 and the 5 spot already. So like you said, Josh Sharma comes in, but also Connor Morgan coming in as well.
Taylor also into the game. A EuroLeague player off the bench. Sandy also on the floor, and there's a kickball violation here that works in London Lions' favour. Kieran Sandy, one of the young British talents that the London Lions are trying to blood into their roster.
He's had a great season, Kieran Sandy. You know, came out of college in the US. This is his rookie year. Been really impressed with his play.
Morgan. Shot is short.
That's going to be the game there. Can Fraser Malcolm guard Connor Morgan on those post-ups?
Beliza. All the way, and Josh Sharma trying to block at the rim. Foul called. Beliza is going to go to the free throw line here. Caledonia with a chance to take a lead in this game.
See in the background there, look, Caledonia nearly got an entire starting 5 up, cheering on the bench, all out in the tracksuits. That's what they're missing, but a good start so far.
Well, it's time for a quick break. We'll be back after this. This game is starting to get exciting. All square halfway through the first quarter, 8 apiece, and Lucas Beliza with a chance to put Caledonia into the lead for the first time in this game. And early on, you've seen from the rotations, Lloyd, that Coach Petr Bozic is going to use every play he has at his disposal.
Yeah, I mean, for London, it's an interesting scenario. They want to keep momentum. They want to keep their rhythm. We said there is the psychological factor for them that, you know, they're playing teams they may face in the playoffs. They don't want to allow, you know, a team like Caledonia confidence the next time they play them. And they have an important game on Wednesday, a must-win against Cluj in Romania. So they'll want to keep that rhythm going here. They won't want to play badly, and remember that going into Wednesday.
Morgan unable to get it to go against Fraser Malcolm, and a turnover for the Lions. Clifton Moore Jr. A little bit of and one slip and slide on the floor. Some of our older viewers will know a little bit about that. Lucas Beliza, he held the ball for a little too long there.
Yeah, the challenge now for Caledonia, this smaller lineup, is got to be on the boards. How can they compete here?
Josh Sharma's going to go to work on Fraser Malcolm. The help defense is there. Carl Johnson. The foul is called here against Jordan Taylor. Intentional foul there. Nice thing to slow down the offense.
Tactical foul,
Yeah.
I think it's
It's the correct word. Correct.
yeah, but the thing here, look, Fraser Malcolm's pushing Sharma to his left hand, but you know, keeps going to his right. Probably should have gone the other way, taken the spin. I think he was worried the double team was going to come and get him on that baseline side.
Bothwell tries to catch Kyle Johnson sneaking through the back door on that cut. Taylor, Quealy. Foul is called here, a blocking foul, and 2 shots to come now for Kareem Quealy on the free throw line. The young man from Leicester worked his way into the Real Madrid Academy. Played in the ACB. Was actually a winner of the Basketball Champions League. Is that correct, Lloyd?
Correct, yeah.
Although a role player, all of those trophy medals count, right?
A very young man who has a lot of experience. A lot of accolades in his locker, that is for sure. Obviously coming off an injury, so still trying to find his feet, I think, in the British Basketball League. You know, it's been difficult for him after that ACL injury last year.
As though Sandy comes up, big offensive board, but turns it over straight away. Bothwell. Low. Junior double teamed here. They need to move the ball now to find the open man, and couldn't get it to Paliza quick enough. Fraser Malcolm, spin to the right hand. There we go.
Tough that he made it hard for himself, Fraser Malcolm. You know, the defense from Lions did a really good job. That stopped Caledonia moving the ball to the open man. But then you see the quality of Fraser Malcolm. This is where we said, you know, they're not going to lose a lot with him on the floor offensively, but you know, it's mismatches for him on this end of the floor against London.
Taylor. Sandy, step back, long 2. That's quite a low percentage shot for him.
This is the defensive lineup for London, really. You know, you've got to play through Connor Morgan. You've got to play through Jordan Taylor if you're Lions on that end of the floor.
And one, Bothwell tempting Kareem Quealy into the contact. Lost him originally on the perimeter. Kareem Quealy trying to chase him back, and the foul is called here. Loses him there, Lloyd, and just takes the bump into him, and Quealy's lost his balance going forwards.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd had great defensive position. Probably the right call, but you said, you know, Mike Bothwell's a guy coming in, going to have some motivation because he didn't play well against London last time out.
But a timeout has been called. Let's just check in on the other game at this moment in time. Slight technical. Oh no, there we go. We got the scoreboard for you there. 39-23. Manchester hold the Eagles a little close early on, but now the Newcastle Eagles pulling away. Manchester Giants short once again on their roster. See if we can listen in here to Gareth Murray. Well, there's a little bit of music there, so unable to hear quite clearly what he's saying, but Caledonia's last 4 results, as I mentioned to you.
I'd love that to be correct, but unfortunately,
yeah,
they beat the Surrey Scorchers last time out. You know, the thing for Caledonia right now, they just need a little belief. You know, they've done a good job defensively. I didn't like the energy that they've kind of gone after loose balls, they've gone after rebounding, but just now they've started to get that scoreboard ticking over. And you know, often you'll say to your teams that we want that energy on the defensive end. It'll give you stuff, you know, playing offense. But the reality is, for so many players, when they see the ball going in the basket, when they get scoring, that's what lifts their defensive effort as well. So now, just with a couple of baskets, you know, Bothwell now getting to the line as well, we'll start to see Caledonia lift those effort levels on the defensive end.
Well, we have both of the all-star coaches for the North and South competing in this game. Gareth Murray, the head coach for the North all-star team, and Coach Petar Bozic, the head coach for the South all-star team. Some great players in those rosters. March 17th at the Copperbox Arena. Make sure you purchase your tickets now, BritishBasketballLeague.com. And if you can't join us, it's live on Sky Sports as well, as Kareem Quealy lines up the 3 and knocks it down wide open.
2-3 zone from Caledonia. You know, you'd probably say, we'll let Kareem Quealy shoot the 3, but not like that, not that wide open. You've got to get a challenge.
Baldwin's into the game. Bothwell, Johnson. One dribble, shoots it, and rebound for Quealy.
Just a one-off for Caledonia, back to man here.
Wheelie goes to the right hand. Josh Sharma. Presence in the paint. Can't finish the second chance opportunity on this occasion. Bothwell, he's playing point guard now. Splits the defense. Fraser Malcolm 3. Fight for the rebound, and Bothwell wins it. Fraser Malcolm again. And we know he can shoot the ball. Can't give him two chances.
Absolutely. Fraser Malcolm, you know, he's a great player. Really kind of jack of all trades. Fits in so many ways for this Caledonia team.
Taylor comes off the screen from Sharma. Sandy in the corner. Quealy, nice pump fake from Quealy. Gets the mid-range this time. Much better composure from Quealy.
Great offensive play for him. The big story of the game so far for me for London, though, 5 offensive rebounds, 0 second chance points. They've got to convert those offensive rebounds. You look the other way, Caledonia, first offensive rebound for the game for them, and Fraser Malcolm hit the 3.
Bothwell. Here's the screen from Baldwin. The clock is winding down. Has to get the shot off. And a foul is called off the ball. I'm guessing for a push in the back, and it'll be a London Lions possession.
I think you just got to let Mike Bothwell go one-on-one, isolate him on that wing. They came with the ball screen. All that meant was, look, Sharma's there, you know, getting it out of Mike Bothwell's hands. That's where you want it, deep in the clock. You want Bothwell taking shots. You want, you know, Quade Green taking shots. And then if that's not available, moving on to Palazza, Malcolm, guys like that.
Well, team foul trouble for Caledonia. Now Petar Bozic has his team on the free throw line with a man. Nose. Oh, well, I was going to say nose up to me. Free throws, and he misses the first one. Jordan Taylor. Captain for so many games this season, Jordan Taylor. Shoots over 73% from the free throw line as he knocks down the second. His 30th made free throw of the season in the British Basketball League. Green. Onwas, handoff action with Johnson as Baldwin rises up to set the screen. Sharma switches onto him. Green now. Great handles from Green. Gets away from the defenders for 2.
The quickness in that step for Quade Green as well. Not only beating his man, but beating 2 help defenders as well.
Conor Morgan, he'll be called for the travel violation, switching at the pivot foot.
Yeah, and they're always going to call you for that travel when you go for the quick spin along the baseline.
Well, here it is. Sharma switches onto Johnson. He gets it out. Kareem Quealy has to close out. Quade Green, too quick with the handle. All the way to the rack, evades Sharma's hands as well. Beautiful move with the number 0 from the Gladiators, Green. As he catches it back, I knew he was going to shoot that as soon as he got it. It's unluckily rolled out of the home rim for him. Taylor sets the offense here. He goes downhill. Jordan Taylor, strong take to the bucket. And that is the end of the first quarter. Caledonia Gladiators with the advantage early on. That's going to matter a lot in this game as they move into the second quarter. We're going to head to a break, though. We'll be back with you straight after this. Caledonia, slim advantage, but an advantage nonetheless against the London Lions. 20-16 the score. As they have the first possession of the half, with Green moving the ball into the hands of Onwas. He's going to attack the bucket to the right hand. It hops around and dribbles over to the right-hand side of the rim where the Lions pick up the rebound to Rick Phillip. They've gone back to the starting lineup, the London Lions.
Yeah, expect to see them just keep changing those 10 guys in and out throughout this game. Keep them fresh.
Here's Morgan, put in on the pace, kick to the corner. Dante Grantham for three. Olasheni inside, it's knocked away from his hands. In fact, a foul has been called.
At some stage, these offensive rebounds are going to really come back to hurt Caledonia. You know, a little bit on fouls. We've already talked about that. You know, give up an offensive rebound, and now they're committing fouls. But also, eventually, London are going to find a way to get second chance points off them.
Possession, and it's stolen away. Here's Kyle Johnson, skipping along the sideline. Kyle Johnson all the way. He misses the layup. But wide open, Matthew Morgan. Yeah, there's only one result after that.
That is why he is the top of the table in points per game in the British Basketball League, isn't it?
Did he even come back on defense in that play? I think he was cherry picking, as we'll call it.
He's not paid to play defense.
No. Green. And there he goes. 7 points personal for Green. You mentioned Lloyd in his last game against the Lions, incredibly quiet. And now he wants to show the London Lions that he's got more about him.
Yeah. I mean, Green is able to score in so many ways.
Grantham to the reverse. Nice pass there from Olasheni. Lions responding now. 1 point game. Green. He just skips right by Phillip. Sandy. Olasheni, and there it is. Trailing the play. Dante Grantham getting the easy look for two.
That's what Lions are able to do to keep that scoreboard ticking over, though. Always get easy stuff in transition.
Baldwin, baseline cut there for Johnson. Can't receive the possession. Matthew Morgan pushing. Here we go, throwing it up there off the front of the rim, and the foul is called there. It is an unsportsmanlike foul. The referee that was closer to the call didn't call it, but it is a correct call. What would you say, Lloyd? Unsportsmanlike, maybe not, but a foul nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a foul for sure. That's why Matthew Morgan threw it up, because he knew he'd been fouled. It was a reach in for sure.
Gary Murray, you can see his face describes what he thinks about that call as Matthew Morgan gets a couple of freebies to add to his scoring tally. Always like freebies.
The referees out there, I was under the impression it's the unsportsmanlike foul from behind could not be called if you're in the act of shooting. So if Matthew Morgan is in the act of shooting, how is it an unsportsmanlike foul?
That is a question you have to pose to the head of officials, Mr. Richard Stokes. I'm sure he'll pass it on to his colleagues. But I'm not going to answer you, Lloyd.
they may have said that they didn't give him the shooting motion, you know. But yeah.
Here's Phillip. Matthew Morgan again for three. And he's on fire right now, Matthew Morgan. Cash money.
That's the trouble. You give him the sighter in transition to get going, and now it's 8 in a row. Just like that for Matthew Morgan. And Lions are up 4. When did that happen?
Here's Green now. Splits the defenders again. Lightning quick, and he's fouled there. It's just an extended leg that he clips on his way down to the floor. Olasheni, what can he do, really? But it's a foul nonetheless.
I mean, that's twice, though. Quade Green has split the hard hedge of Gabe Olasheni. That does not happen very often. It shows you the speed, that little change of direction that he has.
Well, that's the way that the Lions like to play their defensive cover, and he seems to obviously watch the scout. It's how many times are you going to be successful in that situation? Bothwell spills it, but it's actually touched by Mo Salawade last. Keep it on the baseline, 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Bothwell's going to screen for Onwas here and then go all the way to the corner, look for the shot.
Benefits of having a head coach in the analyst booth.
Here he comes.
There he is in the corner. 3 ball goes up. And the shot's no good this time. Onwas, offensive rebound though. Fraser Malcolm, catch and shoot straight away. Fraser Malcolm.
That's it, that's what he does. And second chance points are in favour of Caledonia. A couple of offensive rebounds, but they hit threes. Really difficult to match up on the offensive rebound all the way out to the 3-point line.
No help defense there. Tariq Phillip with an easy lay-in for 2.
Looks like they're playing Turk Telecom on that defensive possession. It's just racked in. There's transition, drag screens and layups on Wednesday. Same here.
Turnover there now for the Lions as Green comes up with possession. Keeps the defender on his back, and that's a beautiful move from Quade Green.
Quade Green makes shots look easy, but they're anything but. He's hit the, the little stop floater. He's hit the runner. He's hit the 3. Made some great passes as well.
Solowade, catch and shoot of his own. Moore Jr. with the boards. A chance now for Caledonia to go in the lead in this game once again. Bothwell back out to Green. Screen comes from Clifton Moore Jr. That's a beautiful pass to find Bothwell. What can they do with it here? Long 2. Bothwell will convert. Caledonia with the lead again. I told you, it's starting to get exciting, Lloyd.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there from London. Bothwell didn't shoot the first one. Often that's when Lions can turn the screw and take away the second opportunity. They didn't do it. He made the pull-up.
Battling inside the paint is Clifton Moore Jr. and Olasheni. That's his second personal foul now, Clifton Moore Jr. It's the 3rd player for the Caledonia Gladiators with 2 fouls.
And the thing is, if you'd said to me, which 3 can Caledonia not afford to get into foul trouble, I'd say Princeton Onwas, Clifton Moore and Quade Green. And who's got 2 fouls?
3 of them.
Yeah.
Here's Phillip. Morgan, skipped across. Connor Morgan in the corner. Lights out.
And the trouble is because Clifton Moore has got the foul, so Fraser Malcolm knows he's got to come and give more protection in the basket. Great cross-court skip and the quality of Connor Morgan to just stand and make the 3.
Well, I think they'll be just about Fraser Malcolm. Another triple for him, and that's 3 from behind the arc. Fraser Malcolm catching fire. Connor Morgan, quick reply, misses that one. Out and running. Green, 1-on-1 with Phillip. Trying to step through there, but the defense gets in his way, and a foul called down the other side of the floor. Technical foul given as well. So there's 2 shots to come. Well, Matthew Morgan is on the line. There would have been a foul in the breakout in the transition here. Then the response from coach Gareth Murray, I believe, is what the technical foul was called for. So he takes a seat. Matthew Morgan's on the line and makes the first.
I didn't see the foul, I got to say. Obviously, we got a different angle to Coach Murray. Thought it was a poor decision from Quade Green, a rare poor decision. He was deep. There was guys kind of filling the paint. I think he had some kickouts that he probably should have taken, whether he was fouled or not. Like I said, it didn't look like it for me. And, a freebie for London, really.
We've had it confirmed it is a bench technical foul, so it will be the reaction of the bench, and a regular foul for the other one. Olasheni, beautiful work. Connor Morgan along the baseline, 2 hands.
We talked about, Gabe not being, the stats don't tell the numbers or the story for him, and that's a perfect example. Every strategy that you have to guard him on a pick and roll, he's able to counter and make a play from.
Green. Now he's got Olasheni on him. Floats it over the top of Olasheni. His shot is short. Olasheni with the boards. Phillip watching. Looking to the other side. Connor Morgan. Just lost his balance, fading a little way. Here's Green now to the corner. Skipped across. Bothwell's wide open. So is Fraser Malcolm. Clifton Moore Jr. inside to the right hand, and that's great ball movement to find a good look.
Yeah, really unselfish play from Caledonia, and smart as well. A couple of guys could have taken 3s, but they got a better shot by being patient.
Travel violation called underneath the rim. 3 would have gone for Kareem Quealy. And we're going to take a quick break here now. 36 apiece. You don't want to go anywhere. Right back after this. Fraser Malcolm, he is one of the lead scorers for the Caledonia Gladiators at the moment, firing it up from behind the arc, 11 points personal, and he is 3 points away from his season high in scoring. 3 for 4 from downtown. He had 13 points against Coach Gardner's Surrey Scorchers, and also the first game of the season as well.
Yeah, we won't talk about that game too much. He had 13 and 8. You know, it was fantastic against us at the Surrey Sports Park. So yeah, I've seen a performance like this from Fraser Malcolm before. That's for certain.
This is it. I feel like when he has the opportunity to step up into a bigger role, he relishes that. It motivates him, as Bothwell now rejected by Sharma. Not in this arena. Might be home for you. Block home and away. Here's Kaboza. Sharma inside, right-handed shot there. I mean, he was unsure whether to actually shoot the ball with technique or just float it in with a right hook.
Yeah, the bigs. We talked about the bigs of London and, you know, how they're going against a smaller Caledonia lineup. They haven't finished with consistency yet so far today, though. You know, I'm not sure that's going to continue through the next 23 minutes, but right now, that's what's keeping Caledonia in the game. They're continuing to score, and they've rode their luck a little with the bigs not finishing for London.
Conor Morgan misses that one. He's 1 for 4 now. Paliza made the 2 just before then. Screen. Nice bounce pass to Clifton Moore Jr., and he doesn't make that shot.
You take that, though. That's Clifton Moore's shot, yeah. You're happy, it's in rhythm, everything working for Caledonia there. This is where, you know, again, can Conor Morgan take advantage in the low post?
Oh, no, not this time, and not on this occasion. They're getting the right matchups. You're right, Lloyd. They're trying to find the mismatches, but they're just not capitalizing on them. As Bothwell lines up a 3 on the other side of the floor. Would have been huge if that went down. Rebound for Sharma.
You see Coach Murray clapping in the background. You know, he's happy. Again, good shot for Caledonia.
Well, that's a foul first on Bothwell, as Jordan Taylor set to put him to work on offense. And he executed that play, could have caught himself some ankles there, Lloyd. No, the pushing foul or blocking foul would have been called. Sideline possession now here. Jordan Taylor ready to inbound.
Zone defense from Caledonia once again.
Kaboza. Wheatley just goes straight into the heart of the zone. Finds The angle off the glass for the finish.
Yeah, I mean, Green and Moore have got the 2 fouls, haven't they? This is the point where, you know, Coach Murray is probably thinking, do we take them out or do we trust them not to pick up that third here in the last couple of minutes of the first half? So what he doesn't want to happen is any fouls against those two.
Josh Sharma trying to push Clifton Moore Jr. to his left there. Didn't like it. Quade Green. Oh, my goodness. The handle was superb. Couldn't quite get the finish. Evaded Taylor. Caboza. Sharma. Hand off to Taylor. Rolls immediately straight up there, and the pass a little too high for him. Green off to the races. Quade Green. Good to go. Top take.
Not catching Quade Green in the foot race, are you? And Caboza did a good job to get any sort of challenge on it.
Caboza. That's a beautiful pass to find Sharma, who's going to punch that for 2.
From Sharma. First field goal from either of the 5 men for London, though. You know, Gabe and Sharma, they were 0 for 4 as a pair before that finish.
Clifton Moore Jr. now. Clock is winding down here in the half. Bothwell 3, rolls out, tipped into the hands of Johnson. A little bit of fortune. Find Paliza.
We talked about the ball movement for Caledonia. That was opportunity. Missed, though, had open shooters.
Green, and that's beautiful. Stops on the dime. Jordan Taylor wasn't ready to contest, and Green knocks it down. 2-point lead for Caledonia going into the half. About a second separation between the game clock and the shot clock. Taylor is going to use as much clock as possible here. And he's calling for the screen from Quealy, and that's a great work. As Sandy's in the corner, rebound Clifton Moore Jr. from 3/4 of the court. And what a beautiful play there from Jordan Taylor, the diversion, making it look like the screen's coming, going by himself, couldn't get the end result for the Lions. But at the end of the half, the Caledonia Gladiators are in the lead. 42-40 is the score, and coming back at halftime, me and Coach Lloyd Garner are going to give you all of the analysis. Welcome back. British Basketball League Championship action. The Caledonia Gladiators in the lead by 2. At the beginning of this game, we saw the rosters. You wouldn't have put your money quite quickly on the Gladiators to win this game, but they've played particularly well.
Yeah, absolutely. We said, you know, this first 5, include the first 6, Fraser Malcolm being very impressive off the bench for them. They can play with London, you know, no problem at all. The worry really for Caledonia at this moment in time is the foul problems. They can't afford Quade Green, they can't afford Onwas, they can't afford Clifton Moore to spend, you know, extended time on the bench in the second half.
Well, let's take a look at some of the halftime stats for you then, alongside head coach of Surrey Scorchers, Lloyd Gardner. What are you seeing here, Lloyd? That's the difference between these two teams.
I would say the big thing for me is London's lack of finishing on the inside. 45% from them, 10 of 22, only 18 points in the paint. We said, you know, Caledonia down a big man in Faro Ali Hodzic, you know, down Princeton Onwas for a large percentage of that game as well. So they haven't really been able to convert the inside power and dominance that they have arguably on the team sheet into success here today. For Caledonia, you know, their backcourt has been great. They've led the way. Can they continue to do the same?
Well, let's take a look at the story of the half. Well, it was the London Lions that started out with a bang. This is exactly what we expected, Lloyd.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a team that loves to get out in transition. And as we said, you know, you've got to score to keep with this high-powered offense. Matt Morgan started quietly, but burst into life with an 8-0 run on his own. And, you know, when he gets going, as he has led the Lions with double figures, 11 today, he's tough to stop.
Quade Green has made a big difference. He's got 15 points personal in this one. And Mike Bothwell, he's doing a little bit of everything in the 2 position now. 5 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals.
Yeah, we said that backcourt is going to be the ones for Caledonia. You know, Quade Green does so much for them. 15 points. He's taken 14 shots in that first half, which is incredible. But, you know, also the performance of Fraser Malcolm off the bench, a real X factor that Caledonia needed at that time. And really, he won the matchups. We talked about, you know, he's got advantage on one end, giving up a lot on the defensive end, but that hasn't hurt them at all, Caledonia. And, you know, the play of Fraser Malcolm, the fray of Quade Green has been the difference and why that they have this slender lead.
And well, we talked about the rotations from the London Lions as well. Do you think rotations hurting them? Can players not get into rhythm now?
Yeah, I don't know if it hurts them, you know, but for sure, you know, it's in and it's out. They've rotated lots of guys. The advantage sometimes comes in the second half. You've kept guys fresh. They've got a lot of minutes to play in that second half. And as we've said, you know, a lot of guys, we look at Sharma there. That's the only field goal from Josh Sharma and Gabe Olasheni combined. Connor Morgan's had a couple of really good looks, both inside and out, that he hasn't been able to convert either. So you would say that, you know, the percentages probably are going to come back to play. Those guys will start to make them in the second half. The question is, you know, what state will Caledonia be in when that happens? Will they have momentum? Will they have guys feeling good about themselves? You know, if Quade Green continues to play the way he did in that second quarter, it doesn't really matter what, you know, Gabe Olasheni does and those guys, because Green's going to be able to keep Caledonia in the game on his own.
There's the thoughts of Coach Lloyd Gardner. Well, let's find out how it all unfolds. But before that, your chance to stay up to date with what's happening in the British Basketball League. We're going to check out the Sheffield Sharks as they took on Coach Lloyd Gardner's Surrey Scorchers. And then after that, you get the chance to see the top 10 plays of the week. Lock in.
Well, that's one way. Just get a talent move to the hole for 2 from Idle Rock. A lot of space in the corner for Mohammed for 3, and he knocks it down. Abdul Mohammed.
Oh, Green lost him in the offense. He was wide open.
Idle Rock attacking. Cook with the offensive rebound. Finds a little room and drops it in for 2. Bonus coming. Steele, a little hesitation, gets to the basket, and he might get 3 the old-fashioned ways. He takes the foul and the points. Up top to Pipkins. Nice drive to the basket from Jalen Pipkins.
Sensational drive and hanging in the air to finish.
Ramsey needs to get it up now, gets it to Cook. Bobbles out for him, but tipped up in the air, and that will go for the Sheffield Sharks. Rock lobbing it to Cook, nice pass.
Perfect pass.
Pipkins for three. Got to find the shooters out of his zone. Nichols, nice pass, rolling to the basket for the two-handed jam. Nice. That's a tough finish there as Pipkins picks himself up off the floor. Pipkins gets a good look, and he knocks down another triple. Wang pushing, has men in the corner. Drop back to Oberquelo, good pass from Lawrence.
Really good. Good transition. Probably their easiest bucket this evening.
Well, forced home by Eitel Rock. Putting the ball on the floor. Pump fake gets his man in the air. Tough shot, RJ Eitel Rock. Shot clock needs to go up. Green beats the buzzer and drops it in for two. Well, a landmark day for Atiba Lions, his 500th championship game as the head coach of the Sheffield Sharks. Back iron on that one. White gets the long rebound. Rye driving to the rim and he jams it down. And it's a 13-0 start by the Knicks.
Lucas gonna go all the way, and Saquon Jameson had him right in his eye line. Once that ball went up, swatted him like a fly.
Retain possession. Another three ball on the way for Green. He banks it in. Incredible.
He's still on in that rhythm from the last game at 31 points.
Nwaba down the lane for the two-handed throwdown.
So look at this, Grantham leading the show here. Nice little bounce pass and wow.
Holmes loses the handle. Nwaba has Morgan ahead. Morgan will run it in for the layup, and London have their first lead of the game.
Oh, beautiful. David Nwaba to Matt Morgan.
Oh, what a pass that is from Jordan Taylor on the floor. Finds Connor Morgan in the corner for three.
Jordan Taylor just falling down, finds a way to still hit the pass on the money.
Oh, up top. There we go, baby. Alley-oop. Jameson throwing it up for Wang, and there's the jam, and there's the timeout call for Bristol.
Back to Lee. Fakes the three. Drives inside. Nice pass to Anderson. Round the back to legend Robertin, who throws it down with two hands.
Great job right there by Anderson to be able to gather that pass.
Oh, he's up on the shot clock buzzer. What a shot from Joe Hart.
Hello, 1 foot. Why not Joe Hart? He's been shooting the ball well as of late.
Wow. Pipkins has a lane to the basket and flushes it down. Jalen Pipkins, what a jam!
That is the complete opposite to what Aaron Rye just did. His is direct, his is above the rim. What a finish there from Jalen Pipkins.
Welcome back. British Basketball League Championship action. Caledonia Gladiators in the lead by 2, but of course there's another game happening this evening as the Newcastle Eagles, they are in full control right now. 65-44 the score against the Manchester Giants. Coach Lloyd Garner will be happy about that as playoff confirmation is looming.
Yeah, hopefully getting one step closer. Obviously, Manchester, it's a tough place to go to play against Newcastle, especially when that backcourt has got some momentum for them, as it often does at home.
Well, we're ready for the second half of this game, which the Caledonia Gladiators have hung on, made the plays required to be in the lead by 2. But if you've watched the London Lions this season, you'll know that they've got another gear to click into, and Caledonia, can they respond to that level of basketball? We're about to find out as the London Lions start the second half with Tariq Phillip in possession here. Pull up from the mid-range and first blow of the second half.
Important couple of minutes for Caledonia this. You know, you'd expect London at that half-time would have said, we need to lift the level, we need to go to the next gear. So they'll come out and try and be fired up. Can Caledonia just hold on, you know, get or even take the lead to give them some momentum?
Quade Green to start the second half as he finished the first. He's got 15 points personal early on in this game.
Hasn't got that shot going yet though. Just 1 of 5 from 3. You know, he does have that in his arsenal.
Rebound now, Bothwell. Gets around the screen from Clifton Moore Jr. there. Clifton Moore is open. Tried to find him. The defensive pressure enough to force the turnover. Matthew Morgan catch and shoot. Green wasn't ready to defend there, and a foul is called on that one, and 3 free throws to come. Green will be disappointed with himself. A, was he not ready? And B, committed the foul from behind the 3-point line.
And
3 free
C,
throws to come.
It's his 3rd foul.
Wow.
And it's the right call. We watch as the extension, just a little reach right there, gets him on the elbow. It's not a clever foul for a lot of reasons. As you said, you know, it's a weak foul to give away against a 3-point shooter, and then it's the 3rd personal. And Quade Green just is everything for the offense right now for Caledonia.
We'll now be playing slight restraint and a timeout called early on here, as teams will talk it over. 42-40 the score. Quade Green had a great first half of basketball. Let's take a look at how he was pouring in the points. There's his 1 3-pointer in this game. Skipping around defense, getting to the right hand. Real agile player.
Yeah, it was an efficient first half for him. You know, he's played better. He's made more shots in an efficient way in his other games. Obviously, you know, the size and the length of London is a different factor, but I think he'll be frustrated with how he's finished plays. What he has done is continue to get the scoreboard ticking over. We said, you know, is you know, a lot of points for him, 15 points, but he's done it through 15 shots as well.
See if he can improve that efficiency in the second half and push his team on. This game against the London Lions, a chance to defeat them for the 2nd time this season. Would they be the only team to defeat London twice? They would be, wouldn't they?
Bristol.
Bristol, yes.
I think as well, yeah.
Morgan dealing with the noise in the amphitheatre in East Kilbride, silencing the gym. Matthew Morgan, leader in scoring, all-star.
What's so impressive about the fact that he leads the league in scoring is how many minutes he does it in as well. That's the big thing for Matthew Morgan. Look now, it's what, 12 points after that free throw. He's not played 12 minutes in the game. So that shows you how effective he is and how he maximizes his minutes.
Well, in the French league that he was playing in last season, he was the 2nd choice behind their MVP, Victor Wembanyama. I think you might have heard a bit about him, especially our North American viewers. That shot comes off the back of the iron. Clifton Moore Jr. offensive boards. Morgan. Philip. Connor Morgan. Foul called here along the baseline, and now
out of bounds.
Oh, in fact, no, a bounce play yet. I was worried there for Princeton on West.
Yeah, well, any foul right now against this 5 for Caledonia is bad news, because Green has 3, Bothwell 2, Onwas 2, Clifton Moore has 2 as well.
Junior sets the screen. Corner 3 for Green. Rebounded by Olasheni.
Just isn't dropping for him in the three-point line. You know, again, it was a designed play. They rolled the man and put Kwame Green in that corner, knowing his defender was going to be the help man. He was the one who's going to be open. No one can make a shot right now. You know, that's Gabe's play. They run that just to get him that shot.
Green finds the bottom of the bucket this time.
Now stop shooting threes and just go to the really difficult runners, because he's making those without a problem.
Salawade tries to find Connor Morgan on the backdoor cut. Up top with Philip. Travel violation call. Philip there, he was blocked by the defender in his view, and Olasheni had the mismatch with Green guarding him.
Yeah, but it's late shot clock, so because the shot clock's late, both these two teams, they'll switch those late ball screens and leave their big man to guard the guard and a guard to guard the big, because you don't have time to get the ball to the inside to the mismatch. You know, they also have the ability of the bigs to be able to guard the ball. Both Gabe, Sharma and you know, Clifton Moore all can guard the ball without giving up those instant one-on-ones.
Mo Salawade there, aggressive defense, deflecting that one out of play. Caledonia ready to inbound with Onwas.
Same play. No.
Moore Jr. fading out for the safety pass. Green under Mo Salawade now. Bothwell's going to go one-on-one. Had to do that to beat the buzzer. Inside, Olasheni back out. Matthew Morgan driving to the rack. Out of bounds, Caledonia ball.
Just so often you see these opportunities for London they haven't taken. There's another one. They get in transition, the defense is scrambling, never really got matched up, and Matt Morgan gets all the way to the basket, but just, you know, doesn't take the opportunity as it's given there.
Beliza. Back up top to Green, clock winding down again. There's 3 seconds on it, in fact.
Out of bounds again.
Yeah, another out of bounds call as London Lions claim the possession.
They struggle for points. It feels like Surrey Scorchers versus Sheffield Sharks from last night when I was watching. You know, points hard to come by right now.
All I'll say is thank goodness I wasn't calling that game. Here is Matthew Morgan. Inside, Olasheni to the right hand. Once again, no good. The rub of the green here, I feel, the London Lions, as Beliza winds up a 3 and a foul is called. This time, it's a 3-point opportunity on the free throw line for Lucas Beliza. Take a look at that. Morgan just touching his hand ever so slightly. The contact's there. And Beliza will attempt to put Caledonia back into the lead again.
Free throws important. When you are struggling for points, you know, however you do it, it doesn't have to be pretty. You just want that scoreboard to tick over, and that's why free throws are so important in possessions like this. You know, Caledonia just get a bit of freedom. They say, oh, it's okay. You know, we've scored now. We're getting there. We've got the lead again.
And Lucas Beliza with this third free throw will take his tally to 10. Double digits alongside 5 boards. That man Lucas Beliza going about his business quietly, but lightning quick. Lions down the other end.
Oh, wow. I love to watch the reaction, because as soon as it happened, my eyes shot to Coach Murray, and all you saw was his head throw back and the arms come down to the side. How do you give up a breakaway layup after a free throw?
Oh, ankles! Sharma goes down. The bucket's no good. slippy out there. Must be icy in Glasgow. When result on the play, Kareem Quilly rejected now by Clifton Moore Jr. Out of bounds call, and the crowd like it. Caledonia get it back.
And the bench is up, they're fired up. Can this 5 on the floor take the momentum? What a block from Clifton Moore. Look at that.
Reads the play. They get the out of bounds call. Need to convert here now, the Gladiators. A nice hands from Tariq Phillip. That's what their defense is all about. Phillip now finds Connor Morgan. Quealy, wide open 3. Clifton Moore Jr. does a great work against Sharma to create space to collect that rebound.
A Carter Green 3 here would be a dream for Caledonia.
Oh, well, that basket count.
Yeah. They've got to count it.
And the referees will just confirm what their call is here. Connor Morgan interfering with the shot there.
It's a basket. I don't care what they call. It's absolutely a goaltend. You don't need a replay to see it. So basket's good and free throws to come.
Well, you called Quade Green 3-point shot, but the 3-point play the old-fashioned way will be just as good. Let's watch it back. Yeah, the basket counts. Connor Morgan interfering there. And we're going to have a quick break right now. Don't go anywhere. Big game. Back to East Kilbride. Quade Green is on the free throw line. Chance at a 3-point play. Basket interference. Counting the layup. And then the foul was called. He goes to the line, Quade Green, to take his tally to 20 points personal. And he gets it done.
It's almost like he's going to get 30 today, Tahir.
Yeah, well, a little birdie called Coach Lloyd Gardner spoke about it before the game and said not to mention it until he either had 0 at the end of the game or had 20 at some point. So there we go.
Just a lot of sloppy mistakes for London. You know, the frustration I think for Coach Bozic will be, as we've talked about, they've got an important game on Wednesday. You never like to practice, you know, sloppiness, not being sharp, but another turnover, looking for a lob that isn't there. The mistake from Connor Morgan on the goaltend as well. Caledonia have got to use this momentum.
What a move again by Green. Oh my goodness, Clifton Moore Jr. out of nowhere. Quade Green split the defenders. Clifton Moore Jr. brought the house down.
Here comes some momentum, 5-point lead.
And another turnover for the London Lions. Caledonia get it back. Check this out. Let me see your defensive coverage. I'm going to throw it up there. Clifton Moore Jr. rising up high in the skies of Glasgow, throwing it down with the punch on Matthew Morgan. Hold that. My, oh my. The Caledonia fans loving that one, and that's definitely going to be in the top 10 plays of the week for sure. Bothwell. Skipped out Paliza. Trying to create room there, but inside Clifton Moore Jr. Nice step through against Sharma. That's a great finish. Smart composure there from Clifton Moore Jr.
Beautiful footwork. You know, he got Sharma kind of biting. Then he was going to shoot that turnaround shot as he so often does, but a little step through, really heady play from him. You can see 7-0 run for the Gladiators. 7-point lead, ties the largest of the game.
Clifton Moore Jr. One of the standout stars for the Caledonia Gladiators this season, as the foul is called here. Jordan Taylor, little high five. Here is that footwork, back to basket, body fake, pump fake, don't jump Sharma. Nice finish.
Really versatile big Clifton Moore. Can do a bit of everything. Really impressive for a rookie. Got that extended range on a jump shot, can score on post-ups, roll threat, block shots, plays good defense as well.
Is he in that conversation at the end of the season, 6th man of the year? Is he in that conversation?
Yeah, I think he would be up there. Just off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of the other ones, to be honest. But yeah, I'm a big Clifton Moore fan. You know, him and Ali Hodzic, just two starters, whichever the way they choose to do it. Obviously, Ali Hodzic just started, the majority of the games for the Gladiators, but their minutes are usually pretty evenly split throughout. And I think you've seen when Clifton Moore's had that opportunity in the starting role, how he's been able to produce. It's their post-up play. They're going to go to him again against Sharma as well.
Let's see what he does this time. Turnaround fadeaway and draws the contact on that one. Sharma red, but Clifton Moore Jr. just about got the better of him there. It's his first year of professional basketball as well, which is a key element to this. His journey is a bright one. Go to the line to shoot 2. He's got 8 points, 8 rebounds so far in this one. These 2 free throws takes him to 2, and then 2 boards away from a double-double. 0 turnovers, a steal and a block as well. He's having a good night. Maybe could be more efficient. He misses that free throw, curse to the commentator. Second is good. Green just talking it up with his team. Assistant coach Dan Petz. Here's Grantham. Skip to the corner. Bradley Caboza's going to fire this 3 up and knocks it down. Bradley Caboza for 3.
Straight into action. But Bradley Caboza, he doesn't back down from anything.
Kyle Johnson, and responds immediately. Young British talent to OG British talent. Back-to-back triples.
Both teams struggled from the field early stages of this third quarter. Now starting to come to life, aren't they?
Grantham. Inside, and the offensive foul is going to be called. Princeton Onwa standing his ground. Referees call the offensive foul against Dante Grantham. 2:33 on the clock. Caledonia lead by 7 in front of a full house. Let's watch this back, Lloyd. Oh, well, there's the 3s first from Caboza. Then Johnson with the response on Caboza. Hold that, young blood. And here's the foul. Oh. Thoughts? Well, I would say...
I think it's a 7-point game and Caledonia are winning. There we go.
Yeah, well, I think Princeton Onwes, hit the deck a little lightly there on that play. He wasn't set in that position, square on. Referee's made the call. Here's Johnson, right-handed floater. Clifton Moore Jr. with the board. Can't get the second chance opportunity. Grantham now. Inside is Sharma, one-on-one with Fraser Malcolm, gets it back out. Grantham driving, oh! The foul is called. He was ready to set up the explosives, but Fraser Malcolm He had a foul to give, Fraser Malcolm, so he took the opportunity here. It was either that or he was going to be on a highlight reel.
Not the intent from Grantham. We're not really talked about him at all. Hasn't got into the game. You know, he's only played 10 minutes. 5 points now with that one. But what I like is, you know, he got the offensive foul. He was talking to the bench. There was no pouting, no kind of, sort of indication he wasn't keen to play the back end of this game. He looks pretty fired up. I think he's one of those guys. They've saved some minutes. You know, he can have a good final quarter.
Attitude is key. The greatest coaches, the greatest scouters, when they're looking to recruit players, they be looking at those moments there and seeing how players react and respond. Princeton onwards for 3 now. And that rolls around the rim and out. Grantham with the rebound. Beautiful pass ahead. Gets it back. This time, Grantham's going to make the dunk count. Swinging on the rims in East Kilbride. The throw down with 2 hands.
What this London team do have is that sense, that ability to change gears really quickly. You know, to be right there, and then just move onwards.
Green with a sweet crossover there to get to the paint. The foul is called here. And the foul will be called on Kareem Quealy. 2 shots to come now for Quade Green. Let's check that dunk out. Well, he gave it up and he got it back. Grantham, nobody in his way this time. Oscar Baldwin will check into the game. As Green, chance to add to his tally. This is only his 2nd and 3rd visit to the free throw line in this game.
Done a good job rotating, got him out a couple of minutes. Again, we talked about the foul troubles of Caledonia. They've managed those well through this 3rd quarter. Green's the only one you kind of worry about going forward. He seems to be able to be, you know, smart enough to play with foul problems.
London's 13 turnovers, though, as well. They had 8 at the half, so turned the ball 5 times at pivotal moments in this 3rd quarter. Bail Caledonia out in those situations. Here's Sharma now, looking for Caboza in the corner. Grantham inside. Nice pass there to Sharma. Opposite side is Kareem Quealy for 3. And there's Malcolm with the rebound. Green. Onwas is trailing the play here, but Green goes all the way. Onwas, there's the offensive board out, and the foul is called as he tries to rip that down. Green had eyes for the bucket, but Onwas was there for either the pass for the finish or the offensive rebound, what he claimed here. Shot was missed, and there is Onwas trailing the play. Just trying to get Sharma off of him, and the foul will be called on Sharma as they lock up. Onwas on the line.
What an opportunity to manage this last 45 seconds now for Caledonia. Said largest lead of the game has been 7. How they'd love that 7-point lead, 8-point lead going into this 4th quarter. A really important 46 seconds for both teams. London 2-for-1 opportunities. If they can shoot, you know, within 20 seconds, kind of speed it up a little, they'll know they'll get the ball once again to finish the period.
Onwas 2 for 2.
It's a good lineup for Caledonia to get free throws, though, because they can now drop back into this zone. It's not a friendly zone offensive team for London.
Grantham looks to the baseline for Quealy. Looking for an outlet. They've turned it over again. Green.
No hurry, because you can take your time.
7 seconds is the difference here as the foul is called. A number 20, Josh Sharma, his 4th personal foul. Yeah. Josh Sharma.
That's the right call. Sharma pushed Oscar Baldwin as he was going to set the screen. He pushed him into Bradley Caboza. So that's why the foul is against Sharma.
Seems to think otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the complaint is. Watch the right hand. He pushes Baldwin as he comes. It's the left. We can't see it from that angle, but he pushes him into Caboza. I don't think it's a bad foul, though. You know, you've got Quade Green facing up in an isolation, trying to look for a 3, or you've got Oscar Baldwin at the line, and now you give yourself 20 seconds as well for London to get a good shot offensively.
down the second of those. 9-point game. Taylor calling the Horns offense here. As you said, London would use the clock. It's against the zone, so they've got to set their screens correctly, which they do. They find the outlet there to Dante Grantham for 3. Baldwin tips it to Princeton. And there you have it. The Caledonia Gladiators are in the lead, 63-54, going into the 4th and final quarter. 10 more minutes of action coming up straight after the break. Head coach Gareth Murray can get a potential second victory over the London Lions this season if the game continues to go in their favor. They've had the home advantage, that's for sure, in terms of energy and atmosphere, and also a little bit of luck on the rims. But now they start with possession in the 4th and final quarter. My name is Tahi Hadja, alongside head coach of the Surrey Scorchers, Lloyd Gardner. We're taking you through this one. And Quade Green, 22 points personal, leading the game in scoring. Has the ball in his hands once again. Oh, beautiful behind the back move. Couldn't get the finish. And Jordan Taylor lost again. Grantham. Olasheni. And off to Morgan. Floats it inside to Gabe Olasheni. Nice ball fake there, and the foul is called. Olasheni will go to the free throw line. He's only got 4 points, but he has got 12 rebounds. He's not made a field goal yet in this game. All of his buckets have come from the free throw line, where he's about to head to again.
As we said, with this London team, though, what they have the ability to do is know when they have to turn it on. The experience of guys like Ebolasheni, like Jordan Taylor in the backcourt, that they can get to that next gear when they've needed throughout this British Basketball League season. That's what we've seen for them. When they have been down, you know, Coach Bozic has a way to turn the screws, you know, push those right buttons for his team to get them to come from behind and win close games.
Olasheni will make the second of those 2 free throws. Green commands the offense again. Onwas rises up. Baldwin will set the second screen there as Onwas drives to the right hand, and foul is called. He's going to go to the free throw line this time. London Lions calling for the offensive foul here. Jordan Taylor not happy with that. No reviews here in the British Basketball League, unfortunately, yet. Onwas. Well, he extends his right arm towards the basket, and what they're saying is that his left hand goes into the neck of Jordan Taylor. But it's which foul comes first, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Taylor's point is he's in legal guarding position. He believes he's in good position. He's entitled to take a position, you know, take stand on the ground. And it's Princeton Onwas that has come into his space. And Onwas's left hand that's created all the contact, pushing Jordan Taylor out of the way, not Jordan Taylor going into Princeton Onwas. So that's the debate of the London team. And that's what Jordan Taylor's saying. He said, look, I'm in position. I'm sliding. I don't have to move out of the way for him to drive. You know, if I'm there first, he can't take my space.
Oh, he's got to be careful there. He's ended his conversation with the referee now. A technical. Only add to the frustration here.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor knows what he's doing in those situations, though. That's a, you know, an honest conversation. It could work from our officiating crew to have that dialogue with him of what they interpreted and what they saw. And actually got confirmation, by the way, the unsportsmanlike foul wasn't in the act of shooting. That's why it was awarded. I got a text message during the half-time break. So got a chance to get that one in there. Good work from our crew. Yeah, Grantham again, though.
Yeah, Grantham again for two.
I can see Grantham leading this charge for London in the fourth quarter. Princeton Onwas, somebody from Caledonia has got to try and slow him down.
Green. Same action again for the Gladiators. Different outcome? No. Can't score the ball. Taylor goes downhill to find Solowade in the corner, and once again it rattles in and out for them.
That's the lack of rhythm of Mo Solowade. Said he hasn't played a league game since November. Got to get that rhythm back, shooting the ball.
Nice ball fake there. Fraser Malcolm. That's over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. London just chipping away at this lead that Caledonia have. Substitution checking in. Taylor heads to the bench. Phillip in the game. Sandy's going to be checking in as well.
Clifton Moore's come back as well for Caledonia. That's the other big change.
Yeah, and Grantham's gone to the bench.
Maybe a few minutes here, and then he'll come back if it's still close to finish the game. The difference for London is they've been switching ball screens. They could do that with Oscar Baldwin on the floor because they feel like their guards can guard Baldwin on a roll. Not sure they can do that with Clifton Moore.
Sandy. Out to Solowade. Sandy again, clock winding down here. Got to get a quick shot off. And that's into the hands of Bothwell. Back out, Beliza looks inside. Clifton Moore Jr. mismatch against Mo Solowade here. Nice body fake, beautiful move to the right hand, and that's execution there from the Gladiators. Timeout will be called now by the London Lions. Petr Bozic not happy with Solowade. Has a few choice words for him. But listen, all-star caliber from both teams. It's your time to check out what's coming up, the All-Star Game.
The game of basketball requires a high level of concentration, advanced physical skills, and a deep knowledge of strategy.
It's also an unbeatable fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing beats unbeatable basketball.
Get it, boys.
Nothing beats high-flying dunks. Nothing beats three-pointer from deep. Wow! Woo. Nice. Nothing beats selecting your favorite players from the north and south. Nothing beats the best basketball entertainment. Watching the UK's best ballers. The sickest skills in the UK. It's the All-Star Game, baby. Unbeatable All-Stars. March 17th, London Copper Box. Woo!
Buy your tickets now. It's close to a sellout. Only a week away. Scan the QR code, which will be on your screen very shortly, to get your All-Star ticket. So head over to the website BritishBasketballLeague.com. Here's Phillip. Skip to the corner. Salawade. Matthew Morgan. He likes that shot, but no end result. Caledonia ball. This is, I guess, the reason, you know, these players that you expect to make these plays have just not had the opportunity or the end result that they want tonight.
No, I mean, Matthew Morgan wide open on a three. The rotation was right for Caledonia, but sometimes you don't want the right rotation. Kieran Sandy in the corner. The defense rushed out to him, allowed him to make the smart extra pass to Matthew Morgan, and look at the frustration from him because he knows what a good shot it was. But, you know, we've kind of said it. Both teams have had the opportunity to really finish this game, you know, really take advantage of the opposition, but they haven't done a good job of that today.
I'm sure plenty of players, fans and coaches across the leagues thinking, why didn't they play like this against us? Well, there's a look at the other game. It is an absolute routing for the Newcastle Eagles. 106-77 against the Manchester Giants with 1 minute 30 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. So make sure you lock in here, because this is where the action's at now. Johnson inside. Morgan in and out dribble. Bothwell. And one silly foul, really, from Bothwell. And Matthew Morgan, you can't really... He actually has a specialism in attacking the basket downhill, really tough angle, and just throwing it up there again, an opportunity to score the ball. He does this a lot.
I mean, you said silly foul from Bothwell. I think it's just a great offensive play for Matthew Morgan. Yeah. You know, the understanding that Bothwell is going to commit the foul to pick the ball up and get into your shooting motion, knowing that you're going to get that contact, and then having the ability to make the shot as well. That's just a fantastic offensive play, and he's rewarded for it. And that's why, you know, you give a competitor like Matthew Morgan that three that he doesn't make, he's not backing down from the next challenge.
Well, now it's a 6-point game. Caledonia need to respond here if they want a nice cushion on it. Bothwell looks baseline. Oh my goodness, Johnson to the reverse. Nice play. I thought he was about to jam it.
Carl Johnson's so good at moving away from the ball.
Blocked at the rim. Olasheni finishes the second chance.
Back and forth for this last 6 minutes now. Both teams look like now they feel like they want to win.
Bothwell. Clifton Moore Jr. for three. Offensive board. He's going to go to the bucket now. Eyes for only one thing, and he's going to get 2 shots on the free throw line. I mean, he was wide open. Got to shoot it.
Yeah, you know, good foul from good foul from Sandy. Perhaps wanted to make it earlier. I think. Look, Matthew Morgan's trying to foul here. That's where Kieran Sandy needs to commit the foul. See if he can get Clifton Moore before he gets into the act of shooting, and that means he can put him on the sideline rather than taking 2 shots here.
Misses the free throw.
I think Grantham in about a minute for London to try and win this game if I'm Coach Bosic.
Oh, 2 misses there for Clifton Moore Jr.
Kieran Sandy looks at the booth and says, what do you know? You know, that was a great foul. Put him on the line, he missed both of them. So, you know, worked out in London's favour.
I'll take it. There's Olasheni. Quick turn, Sandy again. Nice. Change of direction for Queeley. Olasheni, big boards. Foul called, he'll go to the line again. Olasheni, huge on the glass. That's his 17th rebound of the game.
Incredible. You've got to give credit, though, to Kareem Queeley on this one. You look at Olasheni on the glass and you say, oh, well, you know, you've got to box him out. But the trouble for Clifton Moore is Clifton Moore has had to come across and help on the drive of Kareem Queeley. So he's done his job by forcing Kareem Queeley to miss the shot. The problem is that leaves Gabe wide open under the basket with little guys trying to box him out that they're unable to do.
He's only missed 1 free throw in this game. There's first of 2 on this occasion. Queeley. Waiting in free throws. Olasheni goes 2 for 2. Johnson to inbound. It's a 5-point game now. Oh, sorry, 4-point game now. Scoreboard slow to adjust. 5 minutes 30 on the clock. A lot of game time left in this one as well. London Lions slowly turning the screw. Bothwell, Johnson, Poliza catch and shoot. And a rebound now for the London Lions, exactly what they needed. As I mentioned earlier, chipping away. Phillip, behind the back, beautiful pass, almost connects with Olasheni. Fraser Malcolm looks ahead to Bothwell. Bothwell inside, can they keep it alive? No, they can't. They're out and running again, London Lions. Matthew Morgan driving to the rack. Olasheni for 2. And Olasheni was feeling bouncy. Then he said, put it up for me, Matt. Put it up for me. But Matthew Morgan did the right thing. Draw the defense. Nice little handoff. Olasheni for 2. Big time play. Timeout. Time to take a breather. You don't want to go anywhere. This is going to be a wonderful finish. Here come the London Lions. They are trailing by 2 now, as the Caledonia Gladiators have let them back into this game. And also Gabe Olasheni finding his rhythm, finding his groove.
Yeah, I mean, what a player Gabe Olasheni is. Index of 24, huge impact in the game. Tied as the high man in that category alongside Matthew Morgan. But for Gabe, you know, he's just 2 of 7 from the field. Hasn't finished, hasn't really got into it, but the impact that he can have in so many ways to win a game for the London Lions. We talked about his versatility defensively, being able to switch, being able to play out of the pick and roll. You just mentioned about the huge impact he's had on the offensive glass, but a double-double, 11 and 18 for him, and arguably one of his worst games of the season.
Without a doubt, Gabe Olasheni, the difference right now for the London Lions in this final quarter. The foul's called there as he grabs down yet another rebound.
It's going to be 2 shots as well.
The team foul trouble beckons the Caledonia Gladiators now. Shot goes up. There's Gabe coming through the back. Clifton Moore Jr. just trying to steal it away. All of those players now you mentioned, they're all on. Wow. 3 fouls for Green, 3 fouls for Bothwell, 3 fouls for Onwas. And I believe that was the 4th foul now for Clifton Moore Jr. with a lot of time left on the clock, Lloyd.
Yeah, a lot of time to guard Olasheni. I mean, if you're London, you've got to run a couple of plays, pick and roll with Morgan, see if you can get him downhill on Moore, if not posting up on Olasheni.
2 for 2. Gabe Olasheni ties the game. The British big man. Double-double in East Kilbride right now. Green. He's been a little quiet in this second half as he pulls up for three. Jordan Taylor on the end of that rebound. Grantham, as you mentioned, Lloyd, now he's back in the game. Pump fake from Grantham. Out to Matthew Morgan. Ice in his veins for three. London Lions are now back in the lead.
They're doing it again, aren't they, London? It is a 17-5. Oh, sorry, 14-5 fourth quarter. Now,
we're down by as many as 9 points. Bothwell fires up a triple of his own and knocks it down. And this is exactly what Caledonia needed. They were struggling to score. Bothwell might just set off the spark.
still right there, Caledonia. They just need a couple of defensive plays, a couple of stops.
Phillip to the right hand and one. Tariq Phillip, the bucket is good. You can see the momentum changing though, Lloyd.
Clifton Moore's gone as well. That's his fifth on a cheap foul. A great play from Phillip to get to the inside, and it's just a loose arm from Clifton Moore. Watch as he's trying to get back. Watch just the left arm. He's just left it out and allowed Phillip to jump into it and create the contact.
Clifton Moore Jr. fouled out of the game as Fraser Malcolm checks in, and the crowd will give him a big round of applause, and Gareth Murray will give him an earful. He finishes up with 11 points, 10 rebounds, double-double.
Sorry, sometimes you look at this, you go, well, the opportunity for Caledonia is they'll space out the floor now. Everyone can shoot, you can play. You know, they've made the change with Sharma coming in for Olesheni. The difference is when Gabe plays, he takes it away because he can switch ball screens and keep the man in front. Sharma's not quite as good as that, as Gabe is, often most people aren't. So now's the opportunity for Caledonia to see if they can attack Josh Sharma in pick and roll, in pick and pop, see if they can get guys like Onwas stepping out, but they've already taken Sharma out to go smaller. Look at how small the Lions are to take away that threat.
Well, I was going to say, he's on 4 personal fouls, so if you attack him, he's out of the game, and Gabe comes back in. Here's Fraser Malcolm along the baseline. Skipped across, Green off the dribble, trying to find a look here. Fraser Malcolm tries to tip it to his teammate Mo Solowade. Collect the possession. Taylor now managing the clock here for the London Lions. Game management. Quealy back to basket against Bothwell, trying to find a look here, and the foul is called.
That's a heady play for a young man in Kareem Quealy. He said, you know, both teams really small, so everybody out on the perimeter. Kareem Quealy knows the physical advantages he has, so he said, okay, well, if everybody else is out, I can almost be the de facto big man and get to the inside. And there's complaints, but the foul's on Palazzo. It's a good call. And he's now going to make these 2 shots.
Quealy knocks down the first. Solid game from Kareem Quealy, really. He's got 8 points, 2 rebounds, and a dime. Nice. Bothwell controls the possession. 5-point lead for the London Lions. Onwas. Green. Stagnant offense now for the Caledonia Gladiators. Green sidestep 3. Not falling for him. Well, if you're watching live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, let us know who your player of the game would be, or get involved with us on social media at British Basket M on X and at British Basketball League across all the other platforms, as Tariq Phillip gets to the bucket again for 2. The buzzer will sound. The timeout is called. And it's looking a little bit bleak in Glasgow.
The problem for Caledonia, they're so used to having Ali Hodzic, they're so used to having Clifton Moore on the floor. The question is, you know, the players they have, do this 5 know those plays from the spots that they're now playing. You know, Princeton Onwas doesn't play the 5 very often for them, so you think, oh, we'll slip him into a different spot, but if he's never played that position as you're calling the set, you know, he's not as slick, he's not as quick to run it, and that's what it looks like for Caledonia right now. They've got too many guys out of position. They don't know where they can go to get good shots offensively, and by London going to the smaller lineup, they're kind of negating that advantage they do have because they're there just switching all ball screens.
Can't help but look at that timeout and see Ian DeBose, Pat Whelan, Carl Jimenez, Varo Alihodzic, all their tracksuits, unable to suit up, and then you just imagine them being involved in this game. Would be a different game, you know. Of course, the outcome might still be the same, but it would have been a different game to watch for sure.
Yeah, it's part of a big weekend for Caledonia, though. Be interesting to see if any of those guys are back in the lineup on Sunday. You know, huge game for them against Newcastle. So, you know, it's that bigger picture for the Caledonia Gladiators as well. It's a long season. You know, are they resting certain guys today, knowing that they've got the 2 games this weekend? And perhaps if it was just a 1-game weekend, they would have been out there on the floor today.
There you go, 7-0 road for the London Lions in the last 1 minute and 22 seconds.
More than that, though, 24-8 fourth quarter.
Let's see what the Caledonia Gladiators have got in the tank, because at home, they have a knack of bringing this game right down to the wire. Taylor putting on the pressure on Green. Green trying to get away from him. Out, Paliza for 3. Oh, an interception here. Princeton Onwas misses the first, but gets the second. A lifeline.
Still there for Caledonia. They've got to have the belief more than anything.
Taylor at the 3v2 advantage there, but no, we need the clock more than we need that advantage on that play. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Phillip. Balls for the screen from Grantham. Nice hands there from Bothwell. He steals it away here. Foul is called now. Fouls to give, though, for the London Lions. Sideline possession for the Gladiators. 1 minute, 1 second.
I wonder about just letting, you know, Quade Green isolate him and let him play one-on-one. There was a lot of pressure from Jordan Taylor because they were trying to execute a set. So almost let everybody else get ready and just let Green play here. See if he can get to the lane and finish or create for somebody else. But
in this second half, he has been poor. He's 1 for 9 from 3. He's 9 for 26 from the field now. To the majority of scoring in the first half. He was 15 points there. Grantham skipped across. Sandy, oh sorry, I say Mo Solowade. London just moving the ball to find a good shot. Rebound for Paliza. This play's important now here for Gladiators. Do they have a lifeline? Paliza downhill, nice hands there. And the young man is in front of the camera. So we couldn't quite see what happened. He's on his father's shoulders, which you can't complain about.
Give me a London ball. No, Caledonia ball.
It's a Caledonia ball here. Can they make this happen? Here we go. And a timeout called. They'll have a chance to draw something up here. 20.9 on the game clock, 15 seconds on the shot clock. You're down by 5. And when you're in this situation as a commentator, it's always great to have a coach with you. Come on then, Lloyd. Give me the lowdown here.
Go for a 3 on the out of bounds. It's kind of a make or miss situation, you know. For Caledonia, they do have one play. The inbounder, you know, they'll screen for the inbounder, then bring him to the same side as the ball. They'll pick for the picker action, see if they can get the 3. Be interested to see if they run that action. If they can make a 3 up and try to trap, if not foul. And then, you know, you praying that the London Lions just go 1 of 2 from the line. That gives you a shot to tie it. If they miss both, then you can go, you know, go for the win. Just looking at the play here on the out of bounds. Yeah, so they're going different play, pick for the picker. Lions are going to switch this. That's the trouble. You know, Lions will switch all screens. I can't see Caledonia getting a 3 from this, so they'll throw it into the backcourt. And then the trouble is, Lions are so smart. They need to be up and into the ball. You're okay giving up a 2-point shot at this moment in time, because even if you score a 2, you know making free throws is a lot easier when you're up 4 to make a couple of free throws than if you're up 2. So, you know, right now, for Lions, small lineup, switch all the screens, get into the man, don't let them get a 3, and for sure don't foul any 3-point shooters.
Well, a potentially game-defining play here for the Gladiators. Let's see what happens, who they're going to find. They find Paliza. And this is not going well here for the Gladiators. They have to get it up, and Bothwell throws it up. And the immediate foul there to stop the clock.
Yeah, wasn't it? London knew it was coming, switched all screens. There was nothing available for Caledonia.
Could not find space for that 3-point attempt. Paliza tried, and the ball is eventually turned over. I mean, it's easy enough in this situation from when you're a coach and you're seeing it from outside. When you're in the game situation, you know, sometimes you don't have enough time to be able to tell your players, look, if they switch, then we're going to do this, or be prepared in the moment.
And the problem is, you know, Lions are a prepared team. They've got personnel that it's hard to take advantage of, because guys like Kareem Queerley can switch on to big guys and guard them without giving up any disadvantage. So that's the benefit of it. So yeah, like you say, it's easy to say, oh, they're going to switch it. Against other teams, sometimes they can switch and you can take advantage. Against the Lions, that's harder.
Well, 2 for 2 for Queerley. Opens the game up to 6. They need a quick 3 here. Quade Green does shake off Taylor and does make the 3 with 5 seconds on the clock. A quick foul here, ball in the hand of Jordan Taylor. And the captain just needs to make. Oh, wait, the scoreboard has changed to the correct score. Oh, my goodness. The table officials have done us there. I thought it was a 3-point game, but no. 76-80 is the score. Jordan Taylor iced the game really with these free throws.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, as we said. You're up 3, you're up, or you're up 4. There's no pressure on the free throws. Much different than, you know, if you need to make 1 or 2, and that's the disappointment in not being able to get that clean look for 3 a couple of seconds ago.
There it is, Jordan Taylor. Easy money for him as the shot goes up, and the Caledonia Gladiators fall at home to the London Lions. It wasn't easy for the Lions. The Gladiators took them all the way to the end, but the experience and talent got the job done. London Lions take the victory. 76-82, the final score. Lloyd, who is your player of the game?
Oh, a number of people, as always, you could choose from. You know, we talked about the impact of Gabe Olasheni on the inside for the London Lions, but I've gone with Matthew Morgan today as the player of the game. You know, his scoring consistently throughout, 22 points in 23 minutes. You can see the assists, you can see the rebounding, but you know, the way that he did his scoring as well, 6 of 10 from the field with the extra parts of his game. And, you know, just when they needed him, he was there. You remember back to one of those rare 3-point misses, and we thought, oh, you know, a big miss from Matthew Morgan. Maybe this is Caledonia's chance. Then what happens? Comes back with the 3-point play, comes back with making plays when London need them.
Electrifying pace and speed and precision for Matthew Morgan. That's why he leads the league in scoring, and plays like that makes him that special talent. The London Lions clap, the fans in the arena, and there you can see Matthew Morgan getting ready to have a word with us very, very shortly. But as you mentioned, Gabe Olasheni as well. Was it purely just the field goal percentage?
Yeah, just the efficiency, really. Both of them, you know, had great games. Olasheni, 13 points and 19 rebounds. Fantastic game, but we're going with Matthew Morgan.
Well, here we go. We got Matthew Morgan in the house. How you doing, Matthew? You got the victory in the end, and it was a close call.
No, it was a close call. They're a really good team. Obviously, the first half, we didn't play our best, but I think we found a way in the fourth quarter. And, you know, Gabe powered us through in the second half, but contributions by everybody, to be honest, and it's a great team win for us.
today, what do you feel like the challenge was? What were the main issues in putting points on the board? Was it a little bit of inconsistency? Did you feel like you didn't have the little bit of luck that you needed at times? What was the challenge?
I think we just missed shots. It was a lot of shots that we normally make. They just didn't go in, but we stayed with it, stayed with our offense, stayed with our principles, but most of all, we started playing defense, getting stops, running in transition, getting easy buckets, and that's what fuels our offense. But I think we just started making shots when we needed to, and, you know, we came out with the win.
Matt, how important is it today for your European game on Wednesday as well, especially that fourth quarter, the execution?
Unanimous MVP, BBL. Heard it here first. Let's go, 19 rebounds? I think it was a huge game for us going into Wednesday. We know how big of a game that is for us, but we had to stay in the rhythm with this game, stay with what we do. Coming off a big win 2 days ago, we had to stay consistent, stay explosive, stay positive. So I think everyone with the contributions, like I said, that's what got us through. And I mean, Gabe said I'm the MVP, but honestly, 13, 19 rebounds, he's a big reason why we won today. I just made shots off of him, to be honest.
Well, great work tonight, Matt. Congratulations on the victory. And I guess on behalf of everybody in the British basketball community, go and fly the flag out there for us in Europe and go and get the W.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done.
Thank you. Well, there you hear Matthew Morgan. Well, let's take a look at the full-time stats then, Lloyd. What are we seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of pretty evenly matched throughout, isn't it? It was a close game. We talked about London's failure to finish on the inside. You know, didn't shoot it as well as they can from the three-point line. We know they've got a lot of three-point shooters, but look at that on the glass, 48 to 38. That inside power did get there in the end for the Lions, although the turnovers will be a worry for them.
Well, we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Petar Bozic. And let's hear his thoughts on today's game. Caledonia, they took it to the wire tonight, Coach. And the rotation, I guess, was a key element in the final moments of that game to get the victory.
Yeah, you're right. And you guys said truth about like inside the game and boards. I think the fourth quarter, we played the way we can, holding Caledonia on 13 points. Gabe finishing the game with 19 rebounds. Outstanding, and everybody else, especially fourth quarter, step up. Despite that, some rotations and maybe trying to keep the guys on the lower minutes. But you know, good game for us, and we knew that it's going to be tough like this when we were coming here.
Well, I was going to say a quick word on your opponents, because once again they were short-handed, but their players tried to step up and make big plays.
Yeah, that's you know, whenever the player got the chance to spend more minutes on the court, he want to prove himself and to everybody else that he deserves more minutes. So that's happened today, I think, with both teams.
Coach, great job on the victory. You know, is it pleasing that you came to play in the fourth quarter and really showed that quality? Or is there a little frustration for the first three quarters where you probably weren't at your best and you needed a big fourth period?
It didn't happen the first time in this season that we are behind in the third quarter and then have some adjustments, and especially on defensive end, physicality, and then we win the game. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody was aware of fatigue, tiredness after Wednesday. That game took a lot of energy, and you know, today definitely I'm glad that we are back and win this game. It's always better winning than losing, of course.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Petar, and I'll say the same thing to you as I said to Matthew Morgan as well, is fly the British black flag high in European competition when you head out to Romania and get the job done for us all.
We'll give our best. Thank you guys for supporting.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at the story of the half then, because the London Lions started to look a little bit more like themselves in that second half, Lloyd.
Just that fourth quarter, as we've seen before. Coach Bozic says it, you know, when they needed to in the British Basketball League, you know, they have stepped up. Quade Green did a bit of everything. Clifton Moore, you know, and how important was that fifth foul on Clifton Moore? We see him with the putback. We see him score on the inside here. And, you know, when he went out, you just kind of felt that everything deflate for the Caledonia Gladiators at that period.
Carl Johnson tried to make things happen off the bench, and Dante Grantham was pivotal as well.
Yeah, Grantham came in with the energy I think that London needed. You know, we talked about, you know, how important Gabe was. We talked about Matthew Morgan, but not potentially on the stats, but Grantham's energy, Tariq Phillips' energy, Jordan Taylor's energy when they were on the run, when they got that momentum, so important.
Well, there you have it, the story of the half for you. The London Lions behind Matthew Morgan and Gabe Olasheni, huge performances, defeat the Caledonia Gladiators in this one. Despite a late comeback, they get the job done. Tariq Phillip also adding to the points tally. And despite the fight back at the final moments of the game, London Lions, experience and talent see them through as they take the victory. Right, let's take a look at all of the results so far this weekend. Sharks with the victory against the Scorchers. Newcastle Eagles pummeling the Manchester Giants 190-77. Caledonia Gladiators fall at home for the 5th time in British Basketball League action this season against the London Lions. Tomorrow, I'll be with you. Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Plymouth City Patriots. Then on Sunday, doubleheader. I'll be also there. Bristol Flyers taking on the Leicester Riders and the Caledonia Gladiators taking on the Newcastle Eagles. So let's take a look at the league standings. There you have it. Caledonia Gladiators dropping that game. Leicester Riders will be happy with that chance to catch up. Also for the Newcastle Eagles, they play again this weekend against the Caledonia Gladiators. And the Surrey Scorchers, Coach Lloyd Garner is also happy because he can see that 6th place there. He's sneaking up on it.
Yeah, you know, you can see how close it is in the standings throughout. We said, you know, Lions obviously have tied it up, but yeah, there's a lot of guys, a lot of teams, you know, through those top sort of 2 to 5 positions especially, they're all fighting. And then that little group that we're in as well, ourselves, Bristol, Manchester, you know, Sheffield to some degree as well, all fighting for playoff spots. So a long time to go, a lot of action left in the British Basketball League, that's for sure.
Well, there is a lot of action left, and make sure you join us live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, wherever you're watching around the world. My name's been Tahi Hajat alongside Coach Lloyd Garner. We'll see you next time.